Hello, friends. Thank you for joining us tonight for our gardening with oils. It's hard to believe that it's already gardening season here in Colorado where I'm at. It snowed yesterday. So yeah, I'm looking forward to gardening. My name is Lucinda White and I've been with Young Living. It'll be 3 years this summer. I can't believe 3 years already. So let me share my screen and we will go ahead and get started with our presentation. Like I said, you gotta love technology when it works right for you. So, all righty. Okay, and let me stop sharing because that's not where I wanted to start that. So sorry about that, guys. But let's try this again. We're going to quickly zoom through all of this. And then you don't have to see all that. We'll go over it in detail. But you know, like I said, technology, if gardening was like this, I wouldn't want to garden, but here we go. So gardening with oils. And once again, my name is Lucinda White. Also, if you join us throughout this, since this is the week before Easter, I know a lot of people like to do Easter egg hunts. So we are having an Easter egg hunt along with this. On the screen, you will see little eggs like this throughout the presentation. Copy down the letter on it. And then at the end of the presentation, unscramble those. And whoever can get the right answer will win a surprise mystery oil from me. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So the information in the class portion tonight was taken from a book called Essentially Grown, Natural Gardening with Essential Oils by Jackie Tarleton. So we'll give her all the credit for putting these wonderful graphics together. So welcome. So to the gardener, whether you're an experienced gardener or just starting out, whether you want to create beautiful landscapes or grow a bounty of fresh, wholesome produce, I want to grow a green pepper. That's always been my item that I want to grow. Still haven't accomplished it, but hopefully this year. Whether you have a small plot of land or a big backyard oasis like my grandmother used to have, her garden was it was really large and it was impressive. So this class and information is for you. So the disclaimer, the information included in this presentation is for educational purposes only. It is not to diagnose, prescribe, treat, or cure any disease or illness that you or your plants or your gardening might come in contact with while you're doing this. So one of the main reasons I love Young Living is their seed to seal quality commitment. From the time they plant that seed until the time they seal it up, whether it's mixed in with another product, which a lot of the oils are, or if it's straight just oils in the bottle, they put that label on it. They test all the way. If they get all the way up to the seal part of the product here, and it doesn't meet their standards, guess what? They don't put an inferior product on the market for you. They will not do that. That's not who Young Living is. So if you'd like more detailed information on that, feel free to go to seedtoseal.com and you can read all the standards, their science sourcing standards, test results, such amazing information on that site for you. So you might be wondering, what are essential oils? Well, they're the lifeblood of a plant. And when these plants are grown in the right conditions, harvested at the right time, distilled with the utmost care, they help our bodies stay healthy, well, and happy, which is how nature intended our bodies to be. So the oils are composed of teeny molecules, and these molecules are so small that they can pass through our tissues and directly into our cells. Our systems are super effective and can transport these molecules all over our body within a matter of minutes. Can you imagine what the produce is going to do for your body if you help keep it fresh and growing with essential oils? Oh my gosh, it's amazing. So there are three main ways to use essential oils: topically, aromatic, and internally. Aromatically is one of my favorite ways. It's like I have this blend called Cozy Chai in my diffuser right now throughout the house. It smells just like I'm drinking a chai latte, but I have my Ningxia in water that I'm drinking. Topically is when you rub the oil onto your skin. You can put it directly on the area that's you need support in, you can dilute it with a carrier oil. We always recommend diluting if you're brand new to using oils. And then internally mean just what it says. You can put it in your water, you can put it in veggie capsules. There's so many things that you can use oils for. And tonight we're going to explore some of those oils in your garden. So you want to think, is your garden really a danger zone? Yes, it can be, depending on the herbicides that you use. They just don't kill the weeds. Pesticides just don't kill your garden pests. Do you know what's in your fertilizers? One of the big one is Roundup. So dangerous, and it's still on the market. Oh my gosh, it is so toxic for you. And can you imagine if you sprayed that on a weed and then that leached out into your other garden and your pets came by it? Not a good thing. Oh, excuse me. So, useful to chase away. So oils can be useful to chase away harmful garden pests. They will protect your plants against disease, which is really important depending on where you are in the country. Your altitude, you might have more pests at a lower altitude. Your gardens might not be so well at a higher altitude. The oils help improve the health and the growth of your plants. And yes, some insects can be beneficial. So certain oils can attract certain insects to your plants that'll help them grow. So a couple things to keep in mind if you're using oils. They do recommend that you don't apply them to the plant if it's over 100 degrees. And it's best, like this video or this slide is showing, to apply them in the morning before it gets really hot for the day. If you are spraying the oils on your plant, excuse me, I said avoid spraying if the plant tissues are wet or rain is likely, so that like if the leaves have water on them or any type of moisture, you want to avoid spraying them with more oils until they dry. Do not apply any with sulfur or sulfur containing pesticides. And you want to avoid spraying certain plants such as black walnut, Douglas fir, hickories, junipers, and cedars. So much information in this class. And I know I'm going a little fast, but I want to respect your time of 30 minutes. That's what I try to keep the classes to. So if there's something that comes up and you have a question, feel free to get in touch with me afterwards and we can get you more detailed information. Excuse me. So do not spray while your pets are nearby. Certain oils for pets are no good. We do have another whole class. I do have another whole class on oils for pets, which ones are safe. And yes, you can use oils around your pets. So we just want you to be careful about if your pets are around, to minimize the contact that they will have with the oils. So like we said, as the oils can be very sensitive to the pets can be sensitive to the oils. So if essential oils get in your eye or in the eye of a pet, do not put it with water. We recommend that you flush with a mild carrier oil, which is like oil, coconut, or almond oil. You also want to store these oils in a cool, dark place. Light, air exposure, and heat can cause oxidation on the oils. And any of the recipes here tonight, we recommend that you use distilled water and you store it in a dark glass container, not plastic, because some plastics out there, if you put oils with them, the oil can leach the toxins out of that plastic and into the oil, which is no good. So glass, if you don't have a dark glass, then glass containers over plastic all the time. But the darker the glass, the better for the oil. That's why most of Young Living's oils, if you can see this one here, it is a darker bottle. So, man, I don't know what's going on here. But tips for beginning gardeners. You want to pick your plot. Your plot meaning the size that you're going to plant, whether it's going to be in the ground, whether it's going to be a container garden. You also want to pick the method that you're going to do. How are you going to do this? Are you going to hand weed it? Are you going to hand rototill? Are you going to do everything with a machine? You got to think if you're using machines on any of your garden, how are you going to run that machine? Gas, stinky smells come from that. So be careful on where your plot is, the location, meaning where in your yard is it? Are you going to have plants that need a lot of sun? Are you going to have plants that need shade? So few things to consider. So you want to prepare the soil. There's several ways that you can prepare the soil. And maybe this is my issue with not getting those green peppers to grow, because I've had the same soil in the containers that I've had on my porch probably for 3 years. So it's probably time to get some new soil. But as you can see here, you prepare the soil. You can put humus. I've never thought about putting humus in the soil for my plants. I've heard of people using coffee grounds, so maybe an organic coffee ground in there. You want to find your beneficial organisms that would help this. You also want to check your nutrients and the pH level. If you don't know that, you can go to this website here, and feel free to take a screenshot of this. So if you want that web address for later on. Composting, I know a lot of people that compost, so it's natural fertilizer for the soil. I know there's several farms in the area, if they have extra cow manure, horse manure, you can also use that to fertilize your soils. I had a friend who had a bunch of fertilizer delivered to his house in downtown Denver, and his neighbors were not too happy, because can you imagine the smell of this great big pile of fertilizer that he used for all of his gardens are beautiful, sitting on the driveway until he got it transferred to where he needed to put it. So you also want to keep in mind, choose the plants that are suited for your location. Here's another website, so you can feel free to take a screenshot of that. If you're in Colorado like I'm at, I do not want to choose plants that are native to Florida, because they probably will not grow very well here in Colorado. Or even in Colorado, the altitude. I'm in Denver, and it's, like they said, it's mile high city, so we're a mile high above sea level. If you go even further, I have some friends that live up in mountains, Bailey, conifer, pine area, and they have to grow just a few different plants than what we grow here. So you always want to seek out certified organic plants, seedlings, and or the seeds. So if you are an organic gardener and you save your seeds from year to year, and then you'll know exactly what you're planting, because you're the one who got those seeds. You want a proper planting and watering techniques. You always want to follow the plant labels. That's one thing I've gotten better at. I look at the little stick that, most plants come with, whether you're getting them from a garden center or King Supers or wherever you buy your plants. Pay attention to the directions on that little spike that's in there. They do have, oftentimes they have a picture that shows you the sun level, how much sun they need per day, which plants you can group together. Also pay attention to the watering. Some plants don't need to be watered every day. Some plants need to be watered like every 3 days. I have 4 house plants now in my house, and they're doing rather well, because Saturday morning they all get watered and they're doing great. So pay attention to watering. Your plants will give you some signs that you might be overwatering or not watering enough for them. Weeding. There is damage that gets caused by weeds, and this is why we want to use oils. We want to hand weed. Young Living on their farms, guess how they weed? They weed. The majority of their farms are weeded by hand. What dedication is that? And like we said here, hand weeding is the preferred method. Or if you have like a little rototiller that can go between the rows, that's great too. And then you want to compost and organic mulch as much as possible. Composting, you can put, like we said, you can put your coffee grounds, you can put any of your table scraps. Sometimes people put like paper products if they're composting, but you want to be able to turn that and, make sure you keep that going. They do sell specific buckets or containers that you can compost in. I don't have the space for that, but I know a lot of people do that, and you should see their plants in their garden and their produce that they get. It's so amazing what natural gardening can do. So natural weed control. Yes, you can control weeding with oils. So you don't have to get down there and, pull all the time. You can use a spray bottle. Like we said, if you have glass container, that's best. But if you're only going to do it like really quickly, go ahead and use the plastic and make sure it has, I believe it says peat on it, which is a certified way you can put the your oils and your water into that, and then dump it out. So use what you make, and then don't store it in there. So Like we said, natural weed control can lead to your healthy gardens. You want to mulch, which is grinding stuff up, put it on top like wood chips, anything that's natural that's not going to get those chemicals by your precious plants that you might be eating later on, or your family might be eating them. And you want to hand pull, hand weed. That's why I got 2 raised garden beds last year. I never got them finished. I have to get them finished and get them out, but they're up at my height. Getting down on my knees, it's harder for me to weed, but you definitely want to weed because you don't want the weeds choking out the good produce or your precious flowers. Here is a recipe. So feel free to take a screenshot of this. It's natural weed killer, 32-ounce spray bottle. As you can see, it has white vinegar, dish soap, Castile dish soap, which is a natural, wintergreen, clove, cinnamon, and orange. I'm going to have to try this hopefully, and we'll get you some results that you can see. So you want to protect your plants from pests. There's a recipe coming up for this. I sent this to my sister, the recipe in upstate New York, and she said it has helped keep those pests away. Not the littler pests, but there were some bigger creatures going around her garden eating the plants. She hasn't had that issue since she's gotten the recipe. So you want to encourage beneficial. Yes, there are beneficial insects and pests and predators. A lot of people think, okay, beneficial insects. Yeah, there are some out there that you will see in a little bit. You want to consider companion planting. You might be saying, what is companion planting? Plant A might go really good against plant B, but not good against plant C. So we'll show you some of those too. And then you want to use natural pesticides. There's natural ways to get rid of those bugs and critters that you do not want around your flowers and your produce. So methods of organic pest control with essential oils. You can have an essential oil spray. You can just spray that on the plant with the water. You can also put these oils on cotton balls. You can string the cotton balls together and you can hang them between plants. Like if you have like corn or tomatoes or peppers that are growing up high, string those between the plants. Also, you can put hang strips of cloth off of like your cages that are around your plants. You can also soak the strings in these oils in water and just kind of loop those around the base of it. You know, the cotton balls, if you're afraid they're going to blow away, kind of put a little divot in the soil and put the cotton balls down around that. Common garden pests that you might come in contact with, you might see these in your garden. There's ants, there's aphids, there's caterpillars, mosquitoes, slugs and snails, squash bugs, and whiteflies. I want to say the most common one we see around here are mosquitoes and those ants. But there's ways to help with those. Here, I know this is a little bit small, but if you want a bigger copy of this, let me know. I'm not going to read the whole thing. You can see, I'm just going to pick out a couple. Ants do not like peppermint, spearmint, citronella, orange, or cedarwood. I have also heard people, if you have the ants that get into your house, put some peppermint around where you think they're coming in, and you probably won't have that problem with those plants, those bugs again. Also, fleas, you know, if your pets go out and they maybe come back in with the fleas, lavender, lemongrass, purification, and cedarwood. Great help to get rid of those. Slugs, they don't like balsam fir. Pine, cedarwood, another one for cedarwood. Cedarwood is so great. I love that one to help me sleep. But if I'm in the garden, I don't want to fall asleep in the garden. You might get too much sun, which is a thing for gardening. Here's an insect repellent. If you're out, you want to, you know, make this up. And this is a repellent. It's not a killer. Once again, 32-ounce spray bottle. So you have same amount of drops of rosemary, peppermint, thyme, and clove. Fill with water, and I forgot to put in there distilled water. Anytime you're mixing oils with water and they're going to sit for a while, please use distilled water for them. It prevents mold and mildew building up in your container. Common diseases in plants. So you can see there's different fungus. You know, sometimes people think, oh, look at these brown dots, I gotta water more. No, this is a sign that there's something going on. A lot of your 4-H not companies, organizations in your area, they can help you. You can also probably take a picture of your plant and bring it to your favorite local gardening center, and they should be able to help you. Also, there's several apps out there now where you can take a picture of your plant if it has something going on, and then the app will pop up with what's going on with it. So you want to fight common diseases in your plants, fungus. So there's early blight, there's late blight, powdery mildew, club root, and gray mold. So those are probably some of the pictures. So this is a general fungi treatment for plants. So like we said, the oils in it are tea tree, which is your first choice, citronella, rosemary, peppermint, or thieves. And then you would mix it with 1 quart of water, 1 tablespoon of baking soda, and then 1 drop mild dish liquid or Castile soap. So to 1 quart of this water mixture, you would add 8 to 10 drops of your oil, the baking soda, and dishwashing liquid. Shake it up, shake it thoroughly before applying to the affected area on the plants, and you would want to apply it once or twice a week as needed. So here are some other pictures of bacterial wilt. This might, people, when they see this, they think, oh, I got a water more. No, this is from something else. That, plants can get bacteria just like humans do. So here's a bacteria wilt treatment, 8 to 10 drops of purification. I've never thought about purification going on plants. I know I diffuse purification when you have that unpleasant smell sometimes from cooking or your pets. You could also use rosemary, oregano, thyme, tea tree, or a combination of all of those. Once again, quart of water. So you want to remove any affected leaves or stems, add the oils to the water, and spray liberally over the whole affected plant. If you do end up trying this, let us know how it goes, and then we can add it to our presentation. So companion gardening with essential oils. Oh, excuse me there. I see somebody. Let me just Thanks for joining, Cindy. I don't know if you've been waiting there. I couldn't see where you were on there, but now we do, and you can catch the rest of this. So companion gardening with essential oils, they assist with the growth of the plant. They can attract beneficial insect. They can also repel pests. So like if one plant attracts an insect that it's not supposed to, it's not good for that plant, but it has a companion plant there. That companion plant could help get rid of that unwanted pest. So your companion gardening can provide nutrients to the other plants. It helps conserve space because you don't have to have a certain space just for each plant. They can go in the same container or the same plot area. It says it can reduce the time and the effort that you need to set up separate containers. And it's also going to improve the health and yield of your plants. So like I said before, I'm hoping to get that green pepper, and you'll see the biggest smile on my face when I can finally grow a green pepper. I don't know why it has to be a green pepper, but that's just my thing. Here is a basic companion solution to to spray on those plants that are together, because you got to keep in mind, if you're companion planting, what's good for one might not be good for the other, but this is the basic one. So you can do 6 to 8 drops of essential oil. As you can see, there's quite a lot of water in this, so not very powerful with the oils, but it's enough to get everybody going. So you would combine your oils and water, once again, distilled water. Apply the solution liberally to the plants and the surrounding soil. Be careful not to apply this to the foliage during the heat of the day, because that's going to burn off. You want to apply it probably later at night, but not when you're going into the dark night, but best first thing in the morning. And then you can apply this mixture 1 to 2 times a week. Take a picture of this. This is the oils and the plants that they benefit. And if this is too small for you, just let me know and I can get you a bigger copy of this and we can get that to you. But I just noticed some of my favorite oils on here. Lavender is good for apples. Lavender is also good for grapes. Not that I'm going to grow grapes here, but I do have this huge apple tree, so we might have to go out and experiment a little bit with some lavender on it. So you want to attract those natural pollinators, bees, butterflies, and other beneficial insects. I've actually heard of people purchasing ladybugs, and I believe they put ladybugs on their in their rose garden because those ladybugs will eat the little aphids that try to take away your precious roses. So pollinators' favorite blend: lavender, rosemary, and orange. What a wonderful smell. I'd like to even put that in my diffuser. So like we said with this, if you want to pollinate those plants, get those cotton balls, the string, or the cloth strips, scatter them around your garden and see if it does attract those pollinators to the area. Gardening can also be therapy. I know a lot of people like to garden. I try it, but it's not one of my biggest things. But my older sister, great gardener, and we said that she always got Grandma Baker's green thumb. I probably have a black and blue thumb by the time I get done gardening. So when you're out there gardening, it can help you with your mental clarity, give you feelings of accomplishment. You get to eat your fruit and vegetables, and they're healthy, and you've done it. It's great exercise for your body and for your mind when you're just out there, and it's scientifically proven to reduce your stress. Who doesn't need a great stress reliever? And you want to, when you're also out there, you want to prevent those gardening mishaps that might happen. So some people don't think, well, why do I got to stretch before I go out? Well, if you're going to be up and down, lugging your tools, stretch a little bit. You always want to protect your skin, wear your gloves, hat, long sleeve shirt. I've learned the long sleeve shirt thing when I go out in the rose garden, if I don't have it on. And I'm thinking, oh, I'm just going to cut a couple of twigs off. I come back in and I have scratch marks. So yeah, you got to remember that shirt, even though you might get a little warm in it. Definitely apply your sunscreen, wear safety glasses and earplugs if you're going to be around those machines. Protect your knees and your back. You know, your knees, make sure you bring a cushion mat if you don't have that, a rolled up towel. Your back, make sure if you're lifting to bend and lift with your knees and not your back. Know your limitations. Stay hydrated. A great way to stay hydrated when you're gardening, like I have right here, is I have my water with Ningxia Red in it. Ningxia class is going to be in 2 weeks. Great thing all about Ningxia and the benefits. Create a little garden and first aid kit. So if you're out there in the garden and you happen to get that little scratch, you don't have to stop, go inside, maybe like carry it on a little fanny pack, especially if you're a ways away from your house. You always want to wash your hands thoroughly after gardening and keep your garden tidy. People might just think now, well, why do I got to keep my garden tidy? It's outside. Keep it tidy and it will help you flourish more. Some more gardener ailments, things that bite. Yes, there are things that are going to bite that are in your garden. There's bees, wasps, hornet snakes, chigger and tick bites, spider bites, and you might get other minor bites and stings. And there are oils that can help with all of those. So take a screenshot of these if you're able. It just gives some quick recipes to help support those if you do happen to have them. Chigger and tick bites, bee, wasp, and hornet stings. I always remember growing up, my grandma, you know, they didn't have oils back then, but grandma would always make a paste of baking soda in water and put it on the bee sting, especially if the stinger was still in there. I still think about doing that to these days. And like it says here, you allow it to dry and then repeat it. So hopefully any of us don't have to deal with that this year. Ouch. Inevitable garden accidents will happen. If you happen to get bruised when you're out there, maybe you bumped into something, helichrysum is great for bruising. Burns and blisters, essential oil number 1, lavender. And like we said, if you're brand new to essential oils, please dilute these. If you're unsure how to do that, get in touch with myself or anybody who invited you here to see the class. You also might get a few cuts and scrapes. Like we said, lavender is great for that. Helichrysum is great for that. Young Living has so many oils and products that can help you if you do happen to get one of these owies. Oh, and you also have general itching, poison oak, poison ivy. Hopefully you're aware of those and not try to get in them. Any of these ailments, you want to take 1 to 4 drops of your oil, Neat, which is no dilution or diluted, and apply it to the area 1 to 3 times a day. It goes with the territory when you're gardening. And yes, you will get chapped, cracked, or dry skin. You might have hay fever and allergies. You might have muscle soreness. Feel free to take a screenshot of this, any of these ailments. That gives you some oils that I can recommend on there. I'll just pick out a few. Muscle soreness, essential oil recommendations, Panaway Deep Relief is a lifesaver for me. I keep this on my treadmill. I have one on my desk here. When I'm walking on the treadmill, if I feel that little twinge in the back, I kind of rub it on the hip areas. I'm also a big believer in the Coolazul pain cream. If you're familiar with pain cream from back in the day, and it started with a guy's name, so much better than this. But and so you would apply the oils, like we said, neat or diluted. You can sit in a warm bath with 2 to 3 cups of Epsom salts and put your oils in there. What a great way to soak after working in your garden all day. So a few other helpful hints: a couple drops of peppermint applied to the back of the neck brings instant relief. Peppermint is what they also call a hot oil. Once again, if you're new, please dilute it. Learn your limits. You can add tree tea oil to water to clean your gardening tools. That's a new one to me. I'm going to have to try that, especially with the lawnmower. If the lawn service doesn't come and I have to do it, you always want to keep those machines running great for you. Wow, look at this one. Prolong the life of cut flowers by adding a drop of purification to the water in your vase. I'm going to have to do an experiment with that. Use the material that comes when you get like cut flowers from, like, you get a bouquet of flowers with that little packet. Put that in one, put purification in the other, see which one comes out better. So you've grown, you've done your weeding, you've grown it, and now you get to reap the benefits of all your hard work. You get reap the rewards. You get healthy food. Be consistent with your harvesting. When it's ready to harvest, go ahead and pick it. You got all these nice fresh produce, or even the produce from your store. Please use Young Living's Thieves Fruit and Veggie Wash. It's great. You spray it on, you wash it off. Even the vegetables or the produce that says already washed, still wash it, because I did a lettuce with that, and the amount of stuff that came off of the lettuce that said pre-washed, ready to go, trust your gut with it. So all of this information came from the book Essentially Grown. You can see the book here. You can purchase it from Growing Healthy Homes, which is where I got this class for you. This is just some wrap-ups really quick. If you're ready to start with Young Living, head over to youngliving.com, fill your cart. There's 3 ways to shop, which is good, better, best. Of course, we'd love you to enroll in our loyalty rewards program. With that, or the better shopping deal, if you get in any of those, you do unlock a 24% discount for future products. If you are brand new to Young Living and you've never ordered yet, get in touch with the person who referred you to this class or myself, and we have a discount code for you. So you would, fill your cart, check out, add the referral ID. That's the person who referred you. They have a number, so you can be tied to their team. And check out, and then when you're there, check out the benefits of being a brand partner. Young Living has several starter bundles. You can just see a few here. These starter bundles are priced 40%, 50% below retail on any of the oh shoot, if you were to buy the items separately, great, fantastic deals. The premium starter bundles have several oils in them to get you started, whether you're going to use them in your house or in your garden. Young Living also rewards you for buying their products each month based on what your level is. These little circles here with LO, that means the loyalty rewards program. So at the 100 level, if it's on loyalty rewards, you get Jade Lemon. That's great in your water and your fruit salad. At the 190 level, if it's on loyalty rewards, you get a bottle of Gathering. You also get a bottle of Bloom, which is great for your skin. The 250 level, you'll get Geranium. The 300 level, you get Joy. Once you get to the 300 level, you get all the items underneath that. This is over a $200 retail value for all these oils this month. Here are some benefits of becoming a brand partner. The good thing about being a brand partner now, it's only $1 to join, and then you have you could possibly earn bonuses and commission. You get to share your love for the products. You can possibly earn travel retreats. Here's another just few quick graphics. If you do put your order on loyalty rewards, if you place your second consecutive order at 50 PV, you will get a free diffuser. This little lady here is showing you the benefits of loyalty rewards versus a cart order. Loyalty rewards, the first year, you get free gifts at 3, 6, 9, 12 months, and then every 12 months after that. You also earn a percentage back. The longer you're with Young Living, the more percentage back you get. And those points kind of go into your virtual wallet. You might be wondering, okay, I've saved these points. What can I spend them on? Just look for this little blue flag on by any product. If you see that, then you know you can redeem your points that you've saved for that. Young Living has great shipping. This is for up to a 150-pound package. These are my next upcoming events. We're having a Young Living watch party. If you're local, we'd love to have you join us. They're gonna usually reveal their items for springs, maybe some other great, fantastic announcements. My class next week is going to be a Facebook event. It's called Ditch and Switch, where we're going to go over what they call the dirty dozen and the toxics and what items you want to switch to. So if there are any questions, unmute yourself, come live, and I can answer those for you. If not, I want to thank you for coming. I'm going to stop sharing my screen and we'll say goodbye to everybody and hope to see you next week. Thanks for coming. Bye.